All right, guys, let's do it. 1,000 damage. Like it's nothing. Easy. Easy. GG's. Tezzeret with the on tap into another trigger with 2 doubling seasons. Alright guys, today we had an absolute perfect run into our final push into Mythic today with none other than the Millennium Calendar. If you guys are unaware of this card, it is an oldie but a goodie, man. I used to run this card a lot on the channel, but this card right here is really cool because if you can get this thing to 1,000 counters, you can deal 1,000 damage straight to your opponent's face, and that's the win con today, guys. How do you put counters on this? Every time you untap a permanent to start your turn, it adds a counter. So if you untap 5 lands, it puts 5 counters onto the Millennium Calendar. You can actually tap it down and pay 2 to double the counters on the Millennium Calendar, which can speed the process up quite a bit. Now, this used to be really good with things like Teferi because you could untap it with Teferi's ability, but now we have Tezzeret. Tezzeret does the same thing. It untaps the Millennium Calendar so you can re-tap it again over and over again. And what's really cool about this too is it can actually go fetch your calendar, which is really helpful. And it can also find things like the Enigma Jewel, which we have in the deck, a 1 of, which can make your tapping free because it adds that 2 mana for the ability. And then we've also got Doubling Season. Doubling Season is going to allow us to basically put double the amount of counters on it at a time, making it even faster. And so we put the opponent on a serious clock once we start getting all the pieces aligned. But of course, this is still something we have to set up. It's a bit of a combo, and to get there, we kind of have to control the board. So we're very much a control deck. Our life gain mechanic in this deck is the Cornucopia. Super helpful way to gain life when you're just casting spells passively, but it also ramps you into your bigger things like Doubling Season. And then we've got a ton of sweepers. Days of Judgment. Day of Judgment is the main one here. And then just a ton of card draw. I mean, it's pretty simple, guys. There's not a whole lot to it other than the fact that you just control the board as hard as you can. The tricky part is once you get the calendar down, knowing when to tap and untap all your stuff and doubling things up and timing those things perfectly is kind of the hard part. But this deck got us all the way into the top 800 today, guys. It's been a while since I've been able to say that, so very excited about that. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. We're gonna jump right into it though, and hope to see you at the end. Peace. All right, guys, we are going to try to ride the Millennium Calendar all the way to Mythic today. This one has been in the works for a very long time, and very excited about it. And this hand looks fantastic, by the way. But yeah, we are basically a Bant control deck working off the calendar, and we're putting them on the absolute clock today. Okay, so we've got an opponent running potentially Raise the Pass, sort of life gain package here. So having my Exiling Sweeper will be really good against this opponent. It's kind of my it's kind of my only hope, really, because the opponent's going to get these all back, like I said, from Raise the Past. So I'd really like to be able to exile the field. Okay, I mean, all of these cards are fantastic. I don't know which card to take, though. I kind of want No More Lives for the Raise the Past. And then probably Doubling Season, actually, because Tezzeret's nice to untap it, but I've already searched it up, right? It's already out on the field, so I don't need to search up anything else. All right, we get a Sage down, and they paid life for that, so you know they're gonna play another 2-drop here. Or they sacrifice it. Okay, sure. Sure. All right, gaining life is gonna be pretty crucial in this one too. I'd like to find that ability if possible. This deck though, guys, with the Doubling Season, it's something that I had in the deck before. Took it out, made this like Azorius sort of control. But we added it back in because I feel like it's just too fun not to play. It doubles up on all the effects. It's so sick. All right. Had to play that before that resolved, by the way, because the Voice of Victory shuts down any instant speed plays. So it looks like we're gonna have to rely, unfortunately, on the Day of Judgment here, and then just hope they don't have the Raise the Past. I don't know, man. That just seems so weak to me, but I'm just a turn behind, unfortunately. I mean, I could wait till next turn, but I'd take a pretty big hit here. Or I can make things awkward for them and maybe just blow up just the Voice of Victory for now. That way they're not really enticed to play a Raise the Past for just that kind of, you know, that many creatures. There's only 2 in the yard, and then I can just double up my calendar for now, sweep next turn and hold a counter spell. I think that's a little bit better for our mana. Really wish I would have got my Exile Sweeper though a little bit sooner, but you know, sometimes you don't get the right card at the right time. I'll tell you that much. We know better than that. There's the raise the pass, so they are going for it then, huh? Well, in that case, I think I let them have it. Yeah, because they might have a second raise the pass, and these aren't going to do much for them this turn. They will do something when they die, though, with the Blood Witch. It'll be 2 more damage I take, and they'll be left with an insect. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Perfect. On a creature that's not going to be attacking this turn is cool. I'm going to double this up real quick. Tap all my mana. All right, now we get a free Millennium Calendar tap every time, by the way, because we've got the Jewel out there, which is such a nice little touch. All right, so they're going to keep doing this so they can sacrifice stuff and draw cards, right? Yeah, draw cards equal to its power, it looks like. All right, here we go. We got the Day of Judgment. We'll be seeing ya. We got the, you know, no more lies, which is good. I really, really hate that they might get this Gorehound down, though. If they get the Gorehound down, it's going to put me in a bad spot, too, because that's just going to keep on surveilling them until they can find They've raised the pass, but I guess if I have the counter spell, it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's a problematic card too. Darn it, man. They just keep finding all the nonsense. They're finding all the nonsense today, huh? All right, we just gotta hope their last card's not a raise the past, huh? We've come down to the part where we just are gonna hope. I could really use a consoles though, for real, because all right, a cornucopia, I mean, because we really need to start gaining some life here. Kind of regretting taking out the Authority of Consoles, because our first matchup, of course, leads into a game where it would have been very helpful. All right, let's put on our magic prayer here to the magic gods that it's not a raise the past as the last card in their hand. Something tells me it is, because it always is. Oh, it's not this time. Oh my god, we're alive. Guys, we're gonna doubling season here too. Oh my spiciness. Oh my goodness. And we have counter magic. Let's go, dude. Okay, gain the life, yes, of course. Double this with doubling season, and they're done next turn, because we're putting 600 something counters on this. GG's, man. We got him. What? Oh, I should have tapped that mana. That's fine though. All right, guys, let's do it. 1,000 damage, like it's nothing. Easy, easy. Little 1,000 damage, no problem. All right, on a roll, man. That's like the one matchup you really want to have a Star Cage, but I can't run Star Cage in this deck for the simple fact that it eats up my little mini artifacts, you know. So I can't really run it. Doubling Season's an important card. I mean, all these are good. I don't love that they've already found a Valgavoth in the yard. That gives me a clock till turn 4 to get rid of that, which I have. It's all good, I have it, but it's just crazy how lucky they got with that little surveil there off the top. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good in this game. I will say that. I've been there. I'm gonna let him have the Valgavoth and then hit the Day of Judgment, it feels like, right? I mean, I could use this Get Lost here, but then I'd miss a Cornucopia ramp potential here, and then they probably have a Zombify anyways, so let's just do this. But then if I sweep the board, they Zombify. It's like the same situation, so it's not... Whoa, hello. It's not good. Okay, they don't have the lands. That's good. They missed the land drop. You're saying there's a chance. Land drop missed. Shoot. I'd like to play this, but I kind of want to stock up too. And this is another one where I'm like, man, I almost put some exile, you know, exiling effects from the graveyard into this deck. What was the card? Cease and Desist. I was going to put Cease and Desist in this deck too, but again, the synergies didn't really line up, because destroying artifacts and enchantments, which was the big payoff for like synthesizer and stuff, and you get to hit the graveyard, and that's cool, but it eats up my own artifacts, and I can't have that. Everything just keeps attacking my own artifacts, you know, and it's like kind of a bummer. All right, so we're gonna pass the turn, but if I blow this up now, I might stop them from being able to reanimate this next turn. They are missing red, I just realized. But then again, this counted as red because they could add with 1 mana. All right, I'm gonna blow this up. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here, guys. I'm gonna say that they don't have Zombify and they're relying here on this little faithful. I don't know. Another abrade, sure. I'm really glad they're using these abrades on my cornucopia and not my calendars. So it's good to know that though too, because you want to make sure you have your counter spells lined up with this opponent. Speaking of counter spell, I have another star charts. Yeah, let's take a land here. I mean, I do want to continuously keep hitting my land drops. Land drops are important in this match, or not this matchup, it's just in this deck in general, because we need to make sure we're constantly on tapping large amounts of mana to get more counters and stuff. Plus we have some big spells we want to resolve. I love that we have the counter spell now though. I feel like so much more confident. All right, let's go get the calendar. Calendar down. Let's do it. Let's dance. All right, I hope you got more braids in your hand because you wasted them on the wrong artifact. I'll say that much. All right, more than likely they're going to concede here, guys. We know what they're doing, so we counter it, and it's hopefully a scoop. I don't know. We'll see. I guess not. I guess not. All right, we got all the pieces to make this work, guys. The whole thing is online now. And we tap. Then we just on tap, even though I can't tap it again. Just do our thing here. All right, so we've got a lot of sweeper action here. The opponent could have a third abrade. That would be pretty tragic, but I have the Tezzeret. I mean, I can't really get it to 3 though without another artifact. So I do have the star charts though. Maybe we can go dig one out. I had to use the counter spell though. I had to stop the Valgavoth. There's no reason to let that go down. I mean, I did have sweepers and stuff. Maybe I should have let it resolve. All right, they take out the Tezzeret. That's fine. Doubling season? I think that's a little overkill, right? Let's go look for some help here, some counter spells. Yeah. Let's do counter spell and another star charts here. Cool. I think we got them pretty much locked out now. I mean, they didn't have a very good game though. I will be honest, like we got pretty lucky. They've been missing land drops for about 20 minutes now. I'll just replay another one and let him have this, or do I counter it? I probably counter it, right? Yeah, probably counter it. I have another star charts that might be able to fish up another counter spell for us. Let's go check. Let's go take a peek here. No more counters, but we did get another Tezzeret. I'll take another stars, sure. Ooh, this actually can be pretty spicy because if I go find my jewel here, hold on, and this can ult by the way, but if I go find my jewel, I can play it right away. And now I get free triggers on the Millennium Calendar, at least for the first trigger. And Tezzeret can now ult something, or it can ult and start animating some of my artifacts, which is pretty funny. Thanks to doubling season, allowing it to come in fully at 8 loyalty. That's a card to reanimate. I'd hate to see that. But they don't have the mana for it. Another abrade on top. Well, unfortunately for them, I think they're out of time here. I'm pretty sure this calendar can be maxed out this next turn. I know it's only at 49. I don't know. I don't know the math on it, but if I go with another doubling season here, get a free trigger off the jewel on tap, I'm pretty sure it's over. Let's find out. Let's find out. Activate. I go to 120 or 330. Okay, yeah, they're done. I don't know how to math. They're done. GG's. Tezzeret with the on tap into another trigger with 2 doubling seasons. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I wasn't 100% confident when I started this video that this would be the deck to get us there. I thought I might have had to make a pivot, but I think it might get us to Mythic, guys. I think this might be the one. Temple of Deceit. I don't know how much I love a Dimir matchup, especially if it's like Mill. I mean, I've got counters though. Counters are kind of key to the matchup, I feel like, but finding them is going to be the trick, right? And then if it's Dimir mid-range, I guess that's a better matchup for us, but let's see. Is this getting countered by interference? If it's interference, that feels more mid-range. Divert Disaster feels more control. I know it seems weird, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm pretty sure Divert Disaster is like the net decked Dimir mill. Good news is I've got instant speed consult the star charts. That's nice. Bad news is it doesn't look like they're going to be playing anything. Great. Which means this also gets countered. But... oh, it doesn't. Okay. I mean, these two spells seem pretty irrelevant when we know that their main game plan is simply going to be hold counters, you know, hold counters, mill me out with the, what is it? The, oh God, what's the name of that card? I'm so bad with card names, man. The 5-mana sweeper, you guys know what I'm talking about. The Dimir sweeper we have now. They're going to play that into the monument. Okay, and then I'm going to play this and go fish out the 1-mana jewel. And then we go straight to doubling season and we get to work, man. Not having counter spells here is kind of strange for the opponent. Is it the Rapture? The card's the Rapture, right? That's the card I'm thinking of. Gosh, man, I really got to lock in on some of these names. I got to, like, get a book and write them down and just reread them. At least the important ones that we see all the time. All right, we're at least one turn away from a Rapture, which means I might be able to fish out a counter spell in time. But then they have this, which means they can wait another turn or 2 turns. They have to wait 2 turns to cast it and not get countered. So that's good. It buys me a little bit of time. Come on, game. Come on, game. All right, let's pretend like we have a counter spell because it does seem as though they would respect the fact that we would have a counter spell. If we tap out with the stock up trying to find a counter spell, they almost assuredly will play the Rapture here. So let's at least hold 3 mana open like we're holding on to counter magic. Okay, they didn't even have the mana to do it anyways. That's tough. Should have went for the stock up. I mean, they could have played that in response to all of this though. And still had an on-tap land in the hand, but I doubt it. Oh, man. All right, we tap all of our mana and make sure we hit the Millennium Calendar for the double, because the more things we tap, the more counters are put onto the calendar. Okay, that's not helpful. Good God. Please, game. Oh, please, game, help me out. All right, I think this is it right here. Day of Judgment can go. I could play the Tezzeret and untap it, but that wouldn't do us any good, right? No, that wouldn't do us any good. All right, we passed the turn. I played this way too slow, and it's because I really thought I could find a No More Lies out of my deck, but I couldn't. I just couldn't find it. But we are pretending to still have the counter spell here, so it looks like they play a tap land, meaning we have another turn. We keep buying ourselves one more turn. I don't know how it's possible, but it keeps on happening. I hope they're not running Flood Maw, because Flood Maw would reset the Millennium Calendar too, and that would be pretty annoying. Yeah, they're looking at my lands like, are they going to counter me? It's like, yeah, I probably will if you're not careful. Wink, wink. All right, we're at 40. We may want to just slam doubling season and go for it, because even let's say they Rapture my board or my deck, they still have another turn where they have to play the monument. So can I finish the game in like one turn? That's the big question here. Probably. So if I doubling season, I put on 50, I'd put on 100. I'd put on 100 right now, this turn. 150, and then so the next turn I'd put on 2 to that on tap with the test. Yeah, I think I win here as long as I don't counter this. I think I've got it lined up right where they're gonna tap this village so to make sure that they can't be countered. Because they think I'm holding a counter spell right now, which we've been pretty good at bluffing this entire time. Did I play a land this turn? Okay, I did. Which we've been pretty good at bluffing this time. So I think they're playing around it, which is really smart. Yeah, see, they're going for the village now, and here comes the Rapture. Show me the Rapture. Okay, they're tapped out, and I win. All right, we pretty much called exactly what they were gonna do here, and now we win because of that. They're tapped out. We've got doubling season, and we've got Tezzeret. Come on down, Tezzeret. Show them how we do. Show them how we do, Tezzeret. Oh, show them how we do, Tezzeret. I mean, this opponent literally did nothing this entire game. And it was so obvious what they were trying to do. And you know they had the monument in the hand too. You know they did. I really think I won this game, guys, strictly off bluffing. And sometimes you have to bluff. When the opponent has lands like this and they're afraid of the counterspell, clearly, and you're touching their lands and you leave mana open like this and they see your control, like, sometimes you gotta bluff it, man. It works. It works. Okay, we've got a pretty good opener here. The mana's a little scary, but I'm going second. Hopefully I draw into that third land drop. I've said that before, though. Okay, I could get calendar down on 1, but I'm not really worried about that. What I'm worried about is staying alive. They didn't have a ley line of hope, so that's one hope that I've got going for me. I've got to get lost to stall a little bit here, but we got to hit land drops, which we just did. Beautiful. I may not throw down to get lost at this point now, though, because if I... wait a minute. That's pretty annoying. They have judgment, though. I mean, oh, man, they're going to just bring everything back from the graveyard. Is this what we're doing? Is this really what we're doing? I just can't have that on the field, guys. That's a win con in so many different ways, and depending on the build, again, if it's raise the past, whatever, like we just can't have that out there. We got double white, we do. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna hold get lost just in case, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. I think I'd rather get the full value out of my Day of Judgment. But kind of expect the opponent to raise the past. Anytime I see Orzhov, I always think that's gonna happen to me, and I'm usually right, but all right, Channeler goes up, that goes up. The Channeler does pass off its 1/1 counters, but not if there's nothing to pass him to, so whew. We're alive still for now. Hopefully they play a 4 mana like I don't know, Angel, something I can hit with the get lost easily. Raise the past. Oh, it's helping hand. Okay. Not quite as powerful. I'll take it. Not nearly as powerful. So I guess it's time for this. And I mean, they might run the Tezzeret over with... Oh, they played the wrong lands. I was going to leave blue open. I needed blue mana open so I could play the Jewel, but that's unfortunate. But anyways, they might attack the Tezzeret here. I don't really care. At least it takes a little bit of pressure off of me for a turn. And that's coming back to me eventually, so that's fine. Perfect. Little sweeper, and I'm good to go. Good to go. Can I have that back? Thank you. All right, now as a life gain mid-range sort of player, you really hate to see this. Oh, they still have an answer off the top though. Very well. Very well. You want to continue this charade? We can. Kind of glad they want to finish it though, because it gives me an opportunity here to maybe hit him for 1,000 damage, which is what I'm trying to do every game, but Sometimes people will just concede if you get that full control of the board. Oh, I forgot to tap it. Shoot. Forgot to tap it. I was talking too much trash. I do love me a cornucopia. I'm gonna do this now because there's really no reason to hold it, and I might forget. I still want to tap the cornucopia though. That's a card. But I too have a card. Is it a land? No, it's a Vanguard, and they keep it on top. A Vanguard? I think you could have done better than that. Yes, I'll gain some life. Pass the turn, and they do have the map token here, though. They can put on the Vanguard, which might find them more stuff off the top. We'll see. Again, I think they're trying to dig out the raise the pass, but they only have two creatures in the yard. There's the raise the pass. It's like I've seen this a million times. All right, tap everything. And for some reason, the algorithm loves to give you certain matchups with certain deck lists, so I guess that's the matchup for this one. If I go cornucopia first, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have plenty. Okay, just making sure. Doubling season. Here comes raise the pass though. Let's have some fun. I can't on-tap the calendar though, which that might be a problem. I need to find like a Tezzeret or something off the top. All right, I'm just gonna do this now. They obviously are not gonna worried about mana being open. Oh, at 204? I mean, we're really close. So what, 2? Oh, beautiful. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't have quite enough to win the game yet. So this Day of Judgment was super clutch. That was really lucky. It looks like they're gonna go through at the end of the game though. All right, is it game over? Or do they have an answer? Looks like it's game over, guys. Another 1,000 damage like it was nothing. Dang, dude. Every game so far. Every game, 1,000 damage. And we're almost to Mythic. All right, is this the one, guys? Is this the one that gets us there? I hope so. We're one game away. We have a pretty solid hand here. Oh, man, the life gain is going to be very important on this one. But we're a ways out, and we're going second, of course, against red. Yikes. Okay. I mean, I've got the get lost for this, though, which is good. But let's see if they're playing a 2-drop here, or we're going to keep focusing on that game plan. Man, can you guys imagine if I had consoles in the deck? Man, we had it in the deck before, and, like, we weren't getting these kind of matchups. But now we are. All right, Frank, do it again. Do it again, Frank. Give me a Nemesis or something. A Nemesis would be pretty solid. I can counter haste whenever this creature dies. Create that 1/1 black rat. Okay, you can have it. That's who I'm really after. I'm actually gonna just blow it up because I don't want him to get the get lost tokens to use. Let's just counter it. Two damage is whatever. I like that. I like that, and I'm gonna rush these out as fast as possible here and stack them because, I mean, even if it's just 2 life gain per turn, it's gonna be very, very helpful, especially when they're using such small creatures here, and it seems like a very, I don't know, a different kind of mono red. It's not like the traditional mono red you're used to seeing. Not a lot of burn spells, it feels like. I could use a Day of Judgment, maybe. I need that, or my exiling one would be better because the Spear Guard obviously leaves behind a rat, and we don't love that. They let me on tap. Let's go. All right, sweet. And then I think I'm just gonna hold my get lost here. I don't know if we're gonna get much use out of it this turn because I don't really want to use the get lost because, like I said, they could just use the map tokens and pump their creatures up, which would feel pretty bad. That's a better target for it. See, now that feels more like goblins, though. What are they? What are you? I'm gonna take the 2. I don't really care. There is nothing worth interacting with at the moment, except for the tremors, maybe, but I don't really want to even interact with that right now. And I try stuff. All right, there we go. And consult the star charts. Yeah, I think I do it instant speed. Yeah, I think I do instant speed so I can gain the 2 life. That's the way to go. Yep, that's definitely the plan. Consult the star charts, pay the 4, get 2 cards, and then gain 2 more life. I mean, we're sitting so good now. I'm fairly certain we just got into Mythic, but I don't want to jump the gun here. It all depends on if Frank here has some crazy sort of explosive win con that I'm not ready for. Could be dragons. I mean, it could be some sort of 5-mana, you know, dragon, but they would have played that last turn, you would think. If they're gonna just try to get done with these 2 little 1/1s, they have another thing coming, because I am gaining 2 life per turn on mine and their turn because of all my instant speed magic. But they are taking a while here. I do apologize for the time it's taking per turn. Sure, that's fine. We'll gain 2 real fast. And Day of Judgment solid. Stock up? Or maybe another cornucopia. I'll take the stock up. I think 2 cornucopias is fine. All right, let's get a calendar down. It's time to start getting serious about closing this game out. And we'll take a land and an Enigma Jewel. All right, so we've got a counter spell we can use now, or we can just look to get lost again. Any one of those 2 things is fine. I'm still at 10. I mean, I'm gaining so much life. There's really nothing they can do here. It is getting really late though. I need this. I don't know if this is gonna be the last game. It might be a short video. We might play 1 game in Mythic. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, come on, Frank. Make a move here, guy. There we go. That's a counterable fence, I think. And we're gonna gain 4 life this time, because this is a 2-colored spell, by the way. Absolutely clutch. All right, what you got for me now? Just the 2 damage. All right, Millennium Calendar starts ticking down. Let's go. And then, ooh, we get the untapped ability now. I do want to go find a doubling season if possible here. Let's go ahead and just do this. It really doesn't get any better, guys. We've got him pretty much locked down here. Stock up and another counter spell seems good. Pass the turn, gain another 4 life on their turn as well. Go back to 18. We're climbing back quick. We didn't even need a consoles, man. I was really worried too going second in this game, but it's starting to feel like it's gonna be okay. That's fine. I'm sure it's a burn spell in their hand. They might want to target their nemesis to shut down my life gain, but that's what I'm gonna counter. Oh, they're gonna use their own firebrand. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this then. And it looks like they still got a spell here to use. It might be a burn spell to respond to that, and then that's when I counter. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Doesn't get better than that, guys. Welcome to Mythic. Boom! Boom! This might be some of the earliest I've been in the Mythic. This month went really fast. Things have been going smooth. Let's see our percentage. I'm actually really curious. I'm excited. Very excited, actually. What do we get? What do we get? 819! Oh my gosh, let's go, dude. We were at 819. That's what I'm talking about, man. Second highest I've been in a while. Okay, I decided I'll play one more. Seeing we're playing some of the top dogs right now. I did want to see just one quick game against somebody. Unfortunately, though, of course, we're going second, and it's an opponent with a very aggressive build again. But we do have the cornucopias, but unlike red, I can't really outgain a Hydra. I can't really outgain a Chocobo getting bigger. We might have run into our first loss here in the video. Darn it. I should have just left it. Should have left it alone. Give me a counterspell. Counterspell. Counterspell, please. Yes, dude. Oh my god, we got the counterspell. Okay, so we might be able to counter a Hydra here, and if we do, go into cornucopia, that'd be kind of nice. Okay, little Chocobo does an attack, and a Hydra on the back end. No Hydra. I suspected Hydra, there was no Hydra. Dang, dude, I really want to play a cornucopia here, but I feel like I've kind of got to leave my mana open for the counterspell. Kind of feels that way, huh? Dude, this is such a winnable match, too. I would love, if I had to pick a matchup, Landfall is, like, quite honestly one of the ones I'd pick because I have the 2 sweeper sets in the deck, and I just need to draw them, you know? They're playing this really slow, and I can really appreciate that because I've only got answers for one thing at a time here, and not much more. Millennium calendar just going off here. All right, here's where we start gaining a little bit of life. Start climbing back just a bit. I got the no more lies. Maybe they walk into it now, but who knows? Who knows? Man, yeah, it's been a long time. I think I was like 700 at one point. It was a while back, though. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen numbers on the channel like this, and especially best of one. Best of one is just so volatile and so up and down. If I played best of 3, maybe we'd try to like really push for like top numbers a lot more consistently, but best of one is a little bit trickier, man. It's just so up and down. I also like to try a lot of really ridiculous things that I probably shouldn't, so I'm sure this rank will be very low within the week. We'll see, but it feels pretty cool. Okay, stock up. Stock up is a good card. Do I play it and just gain the 1 life? Like, what is the plan here? Tezzeret grabs Jewel. 5 mana for Doubling Season seems like a pretty hefty thing to do out of the blue like this. If I get like a Get Lost, that could be super helpful, but you know they're holding a Snakeskin Veil, which is why they've been holding mana the way they have this entire time. But I think it's my best bet is just go look for some removal, maybe like a sweeper. Not a sweeper, but like I said, it is something I can use at instant speed here, gain a little bit of life, maybe draw out the Snakeskin Veil, and you know, it's out of their hand now. Nothing to worry about. All right, Chocobo's getting bigger. Is it time? Is it time to rock the Chocobo? Get it out of here. All right, they attack. They are playing, by the way, red, which means they can bring this land back and one-shot me with I forget the name of it. It's the Gruul X mana, whatever. There's the Snakeskin Veil. Yes, take action, gain some life. Down to 7. Am I gonna get one shot here? Probably not. Okay, cool. Come on, give me something here. you're killing me, man. You're killing me. All right. Not drawing very well at the moment. I do have the ability, though, to gain a lot of life if they cast a spell on this next turn. Because I can go for the counter spell. But if they just go with the land drop here and Chocobo swings through, they win. I need to be able to cast a spell. I may not have another target, guys. I know this may seem wild, but it's a 4 life gain, you know what I mean? I have to. I had to gain the life. We just drew so poorly in this matchup. Like, we could have won this easily. A simple Day of Judgment, man, just wipes the board and we gain some life and we're right back at it. But the game had other plans. Unless I top deck one right here. I take back everything I said. I take it all back. I believe in you now, game. I wholeheartedly believe in you. Oh my God. I think we can win, guys. Unless they one-shot me here, I think we can win. Oh, please don't one-shot me with the burn spell. It's very possible we can win this, though. Because I have doubling season next turn. I tap it, I untap it with Tezzeret, tap it again. I don't know if that's enough. It doesn't seem like it'd be at 33, but it might be. We're untapping a lot of... They had it. They literally had it with exactly 6 mana. That's one of those games where you were just destined to lose. Oh, that's so unfortunate, man. We almost got there, though, with that sweeper. GG's.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.